What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all having a fantastic day. So it seems like everyone is talking about cryptocurrencies, and everyone has their own varying opinions on how to invest in crypto, where to invest, and whether or not Dogecoin is going to the moon or not. But as someone who has just recently started learning a lot more about cryptos, I completely understand that it can be incredibly overwhelming. So today I want to give you a really quick crash course on how to get started investing in cryptocurrencies, the best places to actually invest your money with cryptos, investing strategies, and overall show you how you can safely and effectively make this part of your regular investing portfolio without exposing yourself to way too much risk like a lot of other crypto investors. So if you want a full breakdown of exactly how to get started with investing in cryptocurrencies today, then let's jump right into it. Alright, so before we get into the finite details of exactly how this process works, I think it's really important that we clarify why you should bother considering investing in cryptos in the first place. Now, if you are really into cryptocurrencies and you know a lot about them, then you probably see the long-term value in decentralized currency. However, there's also a very large group of people who think that the entire thing is just a pyramid scheme and a scam. So how can you navigate all of the chatter around cryptocurrencies without being fearful that you're going to get scammed or fearful that you're going to miss out on the investing opportunity of a lifetime? Well, first of all, let's just get this off the table. Cryptocurrencies as a whole are not some big scam or pyramid scheme, and while there absolutely have been scams that involved cryptocurrencies, BitConnect, it's not exactly fair to extrapolate that across the entire currency. And frankly, there have been a lot of scams in other major financial sectors, but that doesn't mean that the entire financial industry as a whole is some big scam. But with that out of the way, there's a few major reasons that a lot of individuals and businesses and even countries have been investing in cryptos, and why you might want to consider doing that exact same thing yourself. Now, obviously, I am not some crypto genius or professional, I'm not a financial advisor, and all of this is just my opinion on it all. So as always, make sure that you do your own research and make all of these investing decisions on your own. But the first reason that you might want to consider investing in cryptos is that the US dollar, and a lot of other currencies for that matter, have become unbelievably inflated over the past year. And while a lot of economics experts will say that inflation isn't as bad as expected, last I checked, home prices are through the roof, car prices are through the roof, lumber prices are through the roof, and a ton of other commodities and products are at all-time high prices. And I'm pretty sure that that's a telltale sign of some level of inflation. But hey, I'm not an economist. But seriously, when you have trillions of dollars being dumped into the economy, it's not surprising that the dollar becomes devalued. And things also become much more expensive, as we've seen over the past year. So by investing in cryptocurrencies, you are at least partially insulating that money from inflation. But the other reason that cryptos have been talked about so much recently is because more and more businesses, investment firms, and even countries are starting to take cryptos more seriously. And that is a really good sign that this widespread adoption of cryptocurrencies that we have all been waiting for is probably not that far around the corner. Alright, so enough about all of that background information. How can you actually get started investing in cryptos today? Well, the first and most obvious step is to choose a platform that you want to purchase your cryptos on. Now, there's literally like a million options to choose from, and you'll definitely want to do some research on your own and find the best one that fits you and your crypto investing strategy, which we'll talk more about in a second. But personally, some of my favorites are Coinbase, Blockfi, and Crypto.com, and if you're just getting started and you're not really too concerned about having the most advanced platform for crypto trading, then you can also use something that's really simple like Robinhood or even SoFi Crypto, which I have made an entire review video on. Now, obviously, those more simple platforms are limited in a number of ways across the board, but if you're just looking to dip your toe into the crypto world and don't want to have your head spinning with all kinds of crazy graphs and charts and other useless information, then a simple platform like Robinhood or SoFi Crypto might be the best place to get started. But regardless of which platform you decide to go with, my suggestion to you is actually to choose two different platforms at the very least and maintain both of those accounts. Because in a worst case scenario, the last thing that we want to happen is for one of your crypto accounts to go down, and that's the only way that you have to access your cryptos, and then suddenly something really volatile happens with the crypto market across the board, and you have no way of buying or selling your coins. Now, that sort of thing is incredibly rare, and while it might sound horrifying that that is even a possibility, allow me to remind you that the exact same thing has happened with the regular stock market through apps like Robinhood, among many others. So by having multiple accounts, you are protecting yourself yourself and your cryptocurrencies and basically have multiple ways to access those coins. Now, I don't want to dwell too much on the topic of security because that's not really the scope of today's video, but I will mention that it's not a bad idea to get a physical key for your crypto account, which is available from most major crypto trading platforms. And basically, what this is a physical button that you actually have to press when logging into your crypto account. That way, if anyone gets your information or hacks into your Coinbase or Blockfi account or some other crypto account, it doesn't really matter because without that physical key, they cannot access your cryptocurrencies. So that's just a good added level of security if you're worried about that sort of thing. And you can also take this a step further and get what's called a ledger, which is basically a tool that allows you to put some of your cryptocurrencies into cold storage. And again, that just gives you that added layer of security to make sure that no one can steal your cryptocurrencies. I know it sounds crazy and maybe it sounds unnecessary, but the thing about being a decentralized currency means that, yeah, it does have a lot of advantages, but it also means that if you lose those cryptocurrencies, there's no kind of FDIC insurance and you're not going to get any support from your bank or insurance company. So if you lose those cryptos or they are stolen, then they are gone and you're basically out of luck. So by taking these very simple security measures and getting a physical key or a ledger, you're basically insuring yourself and making sure that your cryptos are safe and that no one is going to hack into them and take them from you. All right, so once you've selected the platform or platforms that you want to use to buy your cryptos, it's now time to actually make your crypto investing part of your regular investing portfolio. Now, as you probably are well aware, there are thousands and thousands of cryptocurrencies to choose from, and while some of them are definitely much more legitimate than others, it can still be incredibly difficult to pick which ones might be the right fit for your portfolio. Again, this is not financial advice, and you definitely want to do your own research, but for me personally, I keep it really simple, and I try to invest in cryptocurrencies that actually have a real usefulness in the real world and have a potential for growth in the future beyond being the next pump and dump coin. If you want to take your crypto investing seriously, then you need to be buying cryptos that take the utility of decentralized currency seriously. So if you're just throwing your money into a coin in hopes that it triples in value overnight, then allow me to be the first to remind you that unfortunately, hope is not a strategy. If you want to just basically gamble your money away, then that is your decision to make, but again, that is not a long-term or viable investing plan. In my opinion, cryptos should be a long-term hold, just like most other types of investments, and you absolutely should not be trying to day trade or swing trade cryptocurrencies in hopes of making a quick buck. Yeah, you might get lucky once or twice, but just like day trading on the stock market, eventually your luck is probably going to run out, and considering how volatile cryptocurrencies are, you can get yourself into a huge mess very, very quickly. And as someone who cares about your financial well-being, that is the last thing that I want for you. So personally, I keep my total crypto investments below 5%, which might sound really low to a lot of you, but that's just my personal decision, and I'm not quite ready to put a significant portion of my net worth into such a volatile asset. Now, depending on your level of comfortability, you absolutely can go higher than 5%, and it is your decision to do what you want with your money. But if you have a majority of your net worth in cryptocurrencies alone, then you are much braver than me because you are exposing yourself to a ton of risk. So just remember how volatile cryptos can be and keep that in mind when making your investing decisions. I also personally dollar cost average when it comes to my cryptocurrency investments, just like I do with my stock market investments, because this is a proven way to help even out some of the volatility, because if you're constantly just waiting for the new low before buying, then you could either be waiting around for a very long time, or you could end up buying at what you feel at the moment is a new low, but then it continues to go down and you end up losing a ton of money. So by purchasing regularly, regardless of where the price is at, you're going to help to even out some of that volatility, and in the long term, you will help legitimize this investment as part of your overall portfolio. Now, the last thing that I feel is important to mention that I highly recommend is that you actually take advantage of some of the very unique crypto financial tools that are currently available on the market. There are a ton of examples of this, but one of my personal favorites is Crypto.com's Visa Card, which is a really unique financial tool that essentially allows you to actually use your cryptocurrencies in real time for purchasing everyday goods because they convert them instantly to US dollars. and you also get some crazy cash back, free subscriptions, and some other insane benefits as well. So if you do want some more information on the Crypto.com Visa card, then definitely check out the full review that I did on that product just a few weeks ago. But for the most part, you don't need to make crypto investing overly complicated or risky for that matter. If you select multiple platforms that you are comfortable with and know how to use, utilize some of those basic security features that we talked about earlier in the video, keep your total crypto investments as a small percentage of your overall portfolio, and most importantly, dollar cost average when making your crypto purchases, then for the most part, you are probably going to be just fine in the long term. And this could be a great way to make some really good money and diversify your overall investment portfolio. So again, I know this isn't going to be a very popular strategy with everyone because we all have different investing strategies, especially when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So I would love to know what your investment strategy is for cryptos down in the comment section below, and why you feel that strategy is the best fit for you. If you did get value out of this content and you want to help support me, the easiest way to do that is actually checking out some of my favorite financial tools down in the description below, many of which will give you some free money, which is always an added bonus in my opinion. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. And of course, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it so much. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.